What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Anakin Dad video. Where am I? This is Times Square, and I'm here with Mike.
What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and yes, I'm here with the wonderful Anakin Dad, and we've got a very special video from a very special place. The OPPO Find N6 might be my favourite ever phone, and I'm going to put it against
My Honor Magic V6, and I'm going to show you why I think it's actually much better than the N6.
So without further ado, let's go! So, as you just seen in the introduction, I have been using the N6 for quite a while now, both the Chinese version and the global version. But that doesn't matter. All that matters is this actual phone. And I have been gushing to Anakin and anyone that will listen how amazing the N6 is. Conveniently, Anakin's been using the V6 and
I think it's way better than the N6. I think the N6 is a great foldable for a first-time foldable buyer, but the V6 is where it's at if you want the best of the best.
And I think that's exactly why this video will help in your purchasing decisions, because I get the question all the time in the comments through the store, Mike, which one should I go for? I'll give you my use case scenarios, Anakin will give you his. You can then hopefully make the right choice for what suits your needs. Now, first up, we are going to talk about the displays, and that covers size, resolution, crease, or lack thereof. So, let's talk N6 displays first. Now, in terms of the specifications of the displays on the N6, we've got two pretty goddamn massive screens. In fact, the biggest screens you're going to find in a foldable phone. The inner is 8.12 inches and the outer is 6.6 inches. Now, while the V5, which Anakin's going to talk about in a second, has slightly smaller screens, that doesn't mean it's poorer or worse in terms of size. It is all subjective. I, Mr. Magoo, like a bigger screen for reading, but Anakin,
I like a smaller screen because you can hold it in one hand and not have to worry about the top not being able to reach it or anything. It's nice and compact.
and to be clear, it's not exactly too compact. We're not talking like it's a 5-inch display. Remind me, what's your outer and inner size?
So outer display is 6.52 and inner is 7.95.
And I explained this in another video. We're talking diagonal. So why 7.95 doesn't seem too much smaller than 8.12, in the hand, in real life, as you can see from the B-roll, there's just a bit more screen real estate on both screens on the OPPO Find N6. But that's where the subjectivity ends, because we have to talk about actual specifications, actual hardware. For example, nits of brightness. In a sunny location, unlike just now, it's important to have a really bright cover and inner screen. And while the outer screen is 5,000 nits on the OPPO N6, which is great, the inner screen is 2,500, which is meh.
Inner screen on the V6 is actually 5,000 nits, with your outer being 6,000 nits. So it's higher in both departments. And I've had no issues with brightness in the middle of the sun. Actually, the exterior screen, in my opinion, with its anti-reflective coating, best display in the world I've ever tried on any phone. It looks so good. You just got to see it for yourself.
And again, that B-roll says all. You've got them in bright sunlight, showing both. The inner screen is a slight letdown in terms of brightness for me. In terms of resolution, these are the same. They're Full HD+. There's basically no foldable phone out there that has a Quad HD panel for obvious reasons. They are not glass, technically. But there is another area that we have to talk about when it comes to display, and unfortunately, the Honor and Anakin are going to have to take a little bit of a back seat, because look at the crease. In fact, can you see the crease?
I don't see a crease.
Yeah, the V6 is good, really good. If the N6 didn't exist, the V6 would be the best implementation of a crease to date, probably. But the N6 does exist, and again, just it's voodoo magic. Look at it. Anakin, can you agree with me? The crease is
miles better, but for me, a foldable phone user, and Mike, a foldable phone user for years, at this point, a crease doesn't really matter. It's usually the one drawback when somebody coming to a foldable phone is trying to get one. They're going to be like, oh, wait, what about the crease? There really isn't a crease on the N6. So if that's something that's been holding you back, you'll be good with the N6. That's why I recommend it for a first-time user.
And that's a super valid point to make. If you're one of those people that have been held back because the crease is too deep or big, no longer with these two phones will I entertain that comment or gripe, because it's just not true. So, displays covered. A lot of it's subjective. If you want a brighter but slightly smaller panel, absolutely go for the V6. If you want a slightly duller but bigger panel, go for the N6. And if you want a better crease or less crease, go for the N6, but the V6 is good too. Now we have to talk about our real life scenario and use cases with the battery.
Oh my gosh, battery. Where do I start? The V6's battery has been so good. I've said this in earlier videos. I end the day at 45% battery. Like, that means it's a 2-day battery. And keep in mind, I'm a very heavy user. So I've found no issues. Also, it has a vapor chamber, the largest in a foldable phone, and it's staying cool when gaming. You can game for long sessions. That's another thing. You can game with this. Games you couldn't game with the N6, you can do that with the V6 because the processor is...
Did I mention the crease is really good on the N6? Because I really don't want to talk about battery too much for the N6. I don't want to make it sound like it's bad. It's not bad. It's just up against this marvel of modern engineering. I have no idea how they have squeezed an over 7,000 milliamp hour cell in the thinnest foldable phone on earth, and it's not just the size of the battery. This here on the N6 is 6,000 milliamp hours. It's not small, but in my use, which is not heavy and intensive like his, I would be getting about 5 or 6 hours if you're lucky out of this device. Most often than not, I will have a dead phone before bed every day.
6,000 might sound big, but in reality it's a foldable phone with an 8-inch screen. You would want or need more than 6,000. 6,000 is good on a regular phone size, but 7,150 on a V6 compared to the 6,000 on the N6, you'll notice the difference. If you really need battery, V6 is the phone for you.
Do you know, like 100% on paper specs, I agree, I'm not disagreeing. There's something else going on here. If you put that 6,000 milliamp hour cell in the V6 and put the 7,150 cell in the N6, the V6 would still win. I am telling you, it's to do with the software optimization with Magic OS 10. It's to do with how it works with the Snapdragon Elite chip, because they both have the Elite chip. And what Anakin said earlier about the gaming on the N6 not being as good, that's not because it couldn't emulate. It absolutely can. It's got the power, but it doesn't have the largest vapor chamber on a foldable phone. And it doesn't have the efficiency of the V6. So you could game, but for like 90 minutes and then you'd be fucked. So OPPO need to do something with ColorOS. I never noticed it as drastically on the N5. So something has definitely changed between the N5 and N6 in terms of battery. Listen, it's not a bad battery. It's just not what I would hope for from basically my best foldable phone ever made. So yeah.
So that's battery. Now, they both have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, which is the best processor in any device right now, mobile device. But the issue with the N6, again, is the fact that it's a binned version, only 7 cores instead of the full 8 cores that you get on the V6. So if you want power, like me, you'll have to go with the V6.
What's your top priorities? And this is a good point in the video, and this is why I'm making this video, we're making this video. My top priorities in a foldable phone are multitasking, productivity, like Gmail and WhatsApp, social media, and consuming some content. That's basically what I use my phone for. And yours?
I'm basically all gaming, a little bit of social media. I really am a power user. I'm on my phone a lot during the day, so I need the battery. But in terms of multitasking, I don't do that much. But if you do, I think the N6 is a better option, not only because it has a larger display, but the fact that you can dynamically change your windows from landscape to horizontal. It's just overall a better experience multitasking, and the software itself is it's color OS. It's better.
Yeah, and I made the multitasking video. I've shown you how good it is with the AI stylus pen and all this stuff. But I guess for me, and I should be sticking up for the N6 more here, but I have to be honest, as I always will, the V6 can do anything, nearly anything that the N6 can, but the N6 can't do what the V6 can in terms of performance and battery, as I said. So yeah, I'm going to give the overall performance and battery metrics definitely to the V6, 100%. So with battery, performance, displays, all that stuff out the way, there's obviously a couple of really big circular issues we need to talk about on these phones, and it's the triple camera setup on both. You want to start or do you want me to start?
Man, I'll start because you might think the N6 is better. Let's just show the spotlight for the V6. We got a 50 megapixel main, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 64, keep that in mind, 64 megapixel telephoto. So they all do amazing with an added color sensor, so a multi-spectral color sensor this year. So everything looks more natural, it looks amazing.
And we're going to put like 2 or 3 minutes of B-roll footage comparing lots of different shots we've taken together. Before we do that though, I just want to say, on paper, there's a 200 megapixel lens in here. There's a 50 megapixel ultra wide, finally, hallelujah, what was 8 megapixels like on the N5, and there's a 50 megapixel telephoto. But the 200 megapixel lens that you're about to see, arguably, in most scenarios, does poorer than the 50 megapixel on the Honor. Again, both phones, they're foldables. They're never going to have OPPO X9 Ultra, Vivo X300 Ultra camera specs, but if you're going to slap a 200 megapixel lens in it, why make it a 1/5 inch sensor? Why are we not talking about a 1/1.3 inch main as opposed to a 1/1.3 inch telephoto that we're kind of getting in phones nowadays? Don't forget about the lens that everyone uses most often, and I feel like OPPO have just thrown in a 200 megapixel to say we've got 200 megapixels, and actually in reality it's a good camera, it's great outputs because of software, and for me Hasselblad, the app and the colours and all the stuff works well, but in my opinion, even though I'm sticking up for the OPPO here, the Honor just kind of wins in most categories, especially telephoto.
Low light and especially telephoto. Like, take this for example, Empire State Building, look at these shots. Insane. If you crop in on both, you can see the Honor Magic V6 is pretty good. It's a lot better actually than the OPPO Find N6 because it's 64 megapixel zoom instead of a 50 megapixel zoom. So you take that with what you will. In my opinion, still, cameras might be better than the N6. Even though it's got a 200 megapixel branding, in my opinion, it just looks cleaner on the V6.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, before we show the B-roll, I have to say, if your main priority, and I mean your top priority, is cameras, you shouldn't be in the foldable phone market now anyway.
Yeah.
So we really are splitting hairs here in terms of foldable phones. While I do agree the V6 overall is a better camera system, the N6 is going to get 99.9% of people buy just fine. Anyway, I've talked long enough about it, let's show you these examples.
So as you've seen, the photos, videos, still amazing on a foldable phone. And if you've made your decision watching the video, you can pick whichever one you want up on the Average Dad Tech Store, and make sure to use code Anakin for a discount. This is the best import store that I've ever noticed, ever seen. Fastest shipping, You just gotta go check it out.
Hold on, I don't know if I still got money to pay you. Yeah, there's some money for your ad there, thank you. In all seriousness, you know guys, we ship the most, we sell the most, we try our best to fulfill everyone's needs as quickly as possible. If you're in the market for a new foldable, a new device in general, check out the Average Dad Tech Store. We have to summarise this video, and as the video has gone on and we've been chatting about it, I find myself leaning more over this side of the table, but I'm going to stay strong with the OPPO because there's no category other than battery where it really gets crushed. And there are still the benefits of the creaseless bigger display for my needs. You have to make your own decision. You cannot go wrong with either. These are 1A and 1B in my opinion. But in summary, the V6 is the winner over the N6, but I choose the N6, so screw you all.
It's okay. V6 wins about every department. Like I said, if you want the best of the best, V6. If you need something just for starters, OPPO Find N6. You don't need the big battery.
Also just have to add in, because we'll forget, the global and Chinese versions of the N6 are available right now. In about 3 months, you're going to have a global option for the V6, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are waiting for that. So if a global phone, which is basically because you want eSIM, because everything else works, Anakin will explain that and has done in past videos and will explain in a future video, he has everything working in here. Gemini, the full Buna. But anyway, there's a global version coming for those that don't want Chinese version, they don't want workarounds, they don't want Chinese apps that you have to uninstall.
So keep in mind the battery will be smaller on the global version by a lot. So,
but still bigger than that, and as I already mentioned, even if it was the same size as that, it would crush it because of the efficiency and the optimization. That's our summary. His phone's better. I love mine. If you've enjoyed this video, smash like. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and the Anakin Dad channel. Anakin is doing unbelievable things over there, getting balls deep in all the shit you want to know about all of these phones. Until next time.